Why is a shot of olive oil the perfect way to ring in the new year?
Could taking a shot every day help you lose weight, support your heart health, soften your skin, and support your immune system? Surprisingly, the answer is yes. And I'm not talking about taking a shot of alcohol. I'm talking about olive oil. In fact, it's common for people in Europe to take a shot of olive oil every morning. There's just one problem though. Not all olive oil is created equal. As a matter of fact, some olive oils, even $30 bottles from fancy specialty stores, may actually be rancid. And some bottles that line your supermarket shelves have labeling that may be quite misleading if you don't know what to look for. Well, it's time we put an end to that. So today, I'm pulling back the curtain and exposing these tricks once and for all. During this video, I'll reveal the secret to choosing the best olive oil for you. Believe it or not, it has absolutely nothing to do with how much it costs or where it's made. I'll also share how much olive oil you should be consuming on a weekly basis if you want the best chance to enjoy a slimmer physique, softer skin, and a healthier body. I think the answer might pleasantly surprise you. Best of all, the information you're about to gain access to has already helped thousands take back control of their health, and I know it can help you too. Have some olive oil before your bed, and your sleeping partner will love you for it. Fact or crap? Shaving cream, yep. Swap out that spray can and slather on some olive oil instead. It can actually be really useful for moisturizing your skin and making it look bright and fresh. Olive oil can help alleviate snoring. Fact! Turns out that olive oil lubricates your respiratory passages so that vibration doesn't happen. Olive oil can give you whiter teeth. Fun fact! It's true. Because it's highly viscous, olive oil binds to plaque and tartar and then removes the debris that can cause decay. Plus, because olive oil is a fat, it can latch onto stains and discolorations on the teeth and gently lift them away. But before you pull a bottle from the kitchen, there are 3 important things about store-bought olive oil that you should know. Based on my research, I think there's one big difference between olive oils that really matters for your health, and it isn't how much you paid for it. Because while any olive oil can provide you with some health benefits, I like to call the perfect olive oil the ultimate health tool. This olive oil can support your heart health, soothe achy muscles and joints, soften and hydrate your skin, support your immune system, and even help you lose unwanted weight. One healthy diet in particular that's supposed to be a real miracle for your health: the Mediterranean diet. It's one of the most recommended diets out there to help you extend your life, supercharge your energy, ease your joints, and more. Sounds pretty great, right? The thing is, there's something they're not telling you about the Mediterranean diet. It's full of harmful toxins. Take a minute to let that sink in. One of the healthiest diets in the world is loaded with toxins. They're called lectins, and they're known to infiltrate your gut lining, letting bacteria, undigested food, and other waste seep out into your bloodstream. They can cause all sorts of digestive troubles, joint issues, unwanted weight gain, and illness. Lectins are prevalent in plenty of foods on the Mediterranean diet. Foods you may even be eating every day, like whole grains, pasta, tomato, breads, and legumes. So how could it be that a diet loaded in toxic lectins can still help people lose weight, live longer, and feel better? The answer is, it's got nothing to do with the actual foods they're eating. It's what their food is covered in. I'm talking about extra virgin olive oil. The trick is, you've got to find the right one to get the most benefits. Now, a really good olive oil is full of one specific thing that can give you more energy, stronger muscles, and help support a healthy heart. And it only takes a little bit to give you maximum effects. Of course, people in the Mediterranean drench everything they eat in olive oil. And this is exactly why their diet is so effective, despite all the lectins. Olive oil is the main source of fat in the Mediterranean diet, and it contains a super polyphenol called hydroxytyrosol, or as I like to call it, the fat fighter, because scientists believe it could be a key ingredient to a healthy lifestyle, an energetic and youthful body, and of course, a healthy weight. Well, through my research, I've discovered that there's one type of olive that ensures you get the maximum dose of the fat fighter. And I'm going to tell you where to find it. I'll also share exactly what happens when you add this to your meals, no matter what your current diet looks like. You see, research shows this fatty super polyphenol can help keep you powered up and energized, support a healthy heart and blood vessels, support blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol already within a normal range, help soothe worn-down joints and overworked muscles, keep your skin feeling soft and hydrated. Pretty incredible, right? Well, the benefits don't stop there. The fat fighter is one of the only polyphenols that can cross the blood-brain barrier, which means it gets absorbed quickly and works fast to help your body protect itself against free radicals that cause aging and illness, support a sharp, focused brain right now, help your brain continue working at peak performance for years to come. And it also distributes the benefits throughout your entire body, from your brain to your muscles, liver, heart, kidneys, and lungs. And because this nutrient is delivered in a fat, it means it also helps fill you up faster. Plus, studies show eating diets that include fat can actually help you lose more weight and keep it off after you do. Plus, the fat fighter is exceptionally powerful because it can actually help your body reduce its fat storage, meaning even if your body wanted to, it couldn't hang on to fat. If that sounds like a dream, keep listening, because the fat fighter is a true power hitter when it comes to all aspects of your health. And as a cardiothoracic surgeon, I believe that organic, extra virgin olive oil may be the healthiest food on the planet. In fact, in my medical practices, I always advise my patients to get at least a liter of olive oil a week as salad dressing, on fish, heck, even drinking it straight. Now, I know how hard it is to get that much olive oil into your system. But in order to slim down, support your heart health, supercharge your energy, soothe your joints, and make your skin glow, a liter of olive oil a week is more than worth it. But I've got to be honest, even I struggle to get enough every week. In fact, between the two of us, my wife Penny and I only go through about 1.5 liters a week. So most of the time, even I'm not getting as much as I recommend. Now, that just wasn't okay with me. How could I recommend my patients do something that I couldn't even do myself? Well, I knew there had to be an easier way. I realized increasing the amount of olive oil my patients and I could get in a week wasn't the answer. The answer was an oil that was more powerful, so you could get all the benefits without needing 1 liter a week. And that meant maximizing the amount of the fat fighter in the oil. So I hit the books and started researching for myself where I could find olive oil that was rich in this powerful polyphenol. I knew it wouldn't be on the shelves of my local grocer because I'd already tried those, from the most expensive to the least. None of them measured up with a big enough dose of the fat fighter hydroxytyrosol. So I had to look all over the world to find one that was. First, I headed to the Mediterranean. I began my search for a potent Italian olive oil that was not only natural, after all, you probably know they've got a reputation as the best, but what I discovered really surprised me. As it turns out, many Italian olive trees are growing fruits with only base amounts of the fat fighter. Thanks to their growing conditions in comfortable environments, their polyphenol production is good, but not great. I also checked out olive oils from Greece and Spain, 2 other Mediterranean countries known for high-quality olive oils. But it was the same story. There was only a little hydroxytyrosol, the fat fighter, in each oil I could get my hands on. I knew it wasn't good enough. At this point, I was feeling pretty disheartened. If these famous olive oil hotspots didn't have an oil powerful enough to meet my expectations for myself and my patients, where else could I turn? As it turns out, the answer was pretty unlikely, because there was an unlikely Mediterranean country I hadn't looked at. The only catch was you'd never imagine that olives could even grow there, never mind flourish, because the olive trees there only live in harsh desert conditions. There's barely any rain, it's really hot, and the soil has hardly any nutrients. Honestly, the conditions are so brutal, the olive trees think they're dying. It sounds bad, but this is actually the best thing that could happen to the trees, because they buck up and go into survival mode.
the trees produce massive amounts of polyphenols, including hydroxytyrosol, to literally save their lives. You see, these polyphenols protect the trees from their harsh environment, allowing them to flourish despite the dire growing conditions. In the process, they produce olives that are absolutely jam-packed with polyphenols. So, any guesses where I found the world's most potent olive oil? It wasn't Europe. It was Africa, in Morocco, just off the Mediterranean Sea. And when I came across these incredible trees from Morocco, the ones that are forced into survival mode, I knew I'd found the answer. The olive trees growing in the Moroccan desert had incredibly elevated levels of the fat fighter. In all my travels and research, I've found these olives are one of the most potent sources of hydroxytyrosol on Earth. They have so much of this nutrient, you wouldn't need to drink a liter of olive oil a week. You could get the same benefits in a fraction of the oil. In fact, olive oil made from these trees are supercharged with 30 times the polyphenol content of regular olive oil. This whole time, the trees had been doing all the hard work for us. We immediately decided to collaborate with a local farmer, Othmane, whose polyphenol-rich olive grove has been in the family for generations. And alongside his family, we're finally able to provide you with a delicious, healthy olive oil. An olive oil that's revolutionary and unlike anything you'll see on your supermarket shelves. I proudly call it Gundry MD Polyphenol-Rich Olive Oil, a revolutionary new way to get your intake of olive oil. Robust, delicious, and amazingly potent. To put my theory in perspective, because Gundry MD Polyphenol-Rich Olive Oil has 30 times the hydroxytyrosol as conventional olive oil, it's like getting the benefits of drinking an entire liter of olive oil in just over 2 tablespoons. I recommend you take about a half a tablespoon a day. That'll ensure you're getting your entire liter a week's worth of supercharged polyphenols in just 4 days instead of an entire week. And if you want to have more than a half a tablespoon, be my guest. You can never get too many polyphenols. Now, you can get your half tablespoon a day any way you like. Some of my clients like drizzling it onto their favorite foods as a delicious food topper. If you ask me, it's phenomenal on salads and fish. But you can add it to any meal to enjoy a fat-busting boost. In fact, adding Gundry MD Polyphenol-Rich Olive Oil to your daily diet is an easy way for you to enjoy great blood flow to support healthy arteries, laser focus and crystal clear concentration, comfortable joints and rejuvenated muscles, softer, hydrated skin, a well-supported immune system, a slimmer waistline. I love that it takes the pressure off trying to get enough olive oil every single week. In just a half a tablespoon a day, you're meeting that weekly quota and then some. Now, this is different than your typical olive oil, and you'll notice that when you taste it. It's slightly bitter, peppery, and green, the hallmarks of a potent olive oil. In my opinion, it's the best tasting olive oil I've ever had. I love the bite it's got. But you really can't compare run-of-the-mill grocery store oil to polyphenol-rich olive oil. That's like comparing grape juice to wine. When you taste it, you'll know the difference. By now, you may be wondering how you can get your hands on this super potent olive oil. It won't be on the shelves of your local grocer, because these olives grow in such specific conditions in only one place in the whole world, the deserts of Morocco. Not only that, we refuse to cut any corners, especially when it comes to your health. Every batch of polyphenol-rich olive oil is immediately cold-pressed in a state-of-the-art facility right in the olive groves to preserve as much of the fat fighter hydroxytyrosol as possible. You see, when you introduce elements like heat, light, or air to olive oil, the quality is almost instantly degraded. So we make sure to cold press our olives so heat can't attack the polyphenol content. We make sure to bottle our polyphenol-rich olive oil in dark glass bottles so the light can't break down the fat fighter content. And we do it all at the source. It's also USDA organic certified, and it also meets the organic European standard. You'll find both of these logos on the side of the box. And when you see them, you know this olive oil meets some of the highest organic standards in the world. In order to get these certifications, the Moroccan farm has been inspected by both European and American inspectors, meets all organic regulations, cares for both the health of the olive trees, olives, and the people who consume the oil. And the farm undergoes an inspection every single year to ensure these high standards are being maintained. All of these steps take incredible effort and expense. But they also mean that we can get you this amazing olive oil, one that's 30 times more powerful than normal olive oil. Simply put, we don't take shortcuts. After all, this is your health we're talking about. As you can imagine, these production practices do mean that polyphenol-rich olive oil is more expensive to produce than most conventional olive oils. However, I've got a great relationship with Othmane, whose family has owned this olive grove for centuries. And for the time, we've decided not to sell this olive oil in stores. This allows us to cut out the middleman, so you can avoid pushy salespeople at specialty stores and the grocery store markup other olive oils may have. Instead, we're offering Gundry MD polyphenol-rich olive oil straight to you. If we were to sell this at retail, the price would be about $49.95. But because you've stuck through this entire presentation, I know you're serious about finding a powerful, delicious olive oil that supports your health from multiple angles. So I want to give you a special one-time offer so you can try this olive oil for yourself and experience the difference it can make in your health and your waistline. That's why today you can secure your supply of Gundry MD polyphenol-rich olive oil for just $39.95 a bottle. But I can only offer you this discount for a limited time because we can only fulfill limited quantities at a time. And this olive oil has been so popular, we're constantly in danger of going into back order. Once word gets out about this next batch, I fully expect it'll sell out in a matter of days. In fact, the first batch we produced, thousands of people bought us out in about 2 days. Plus, not only do these batches take a lot of time to produce, it's important to keep in mind this olive oil is being shipped from Morocco. It spends about a month traveling across international waters on a cargo ship. So, if we run out of inventory, it could take months to produce another batch, bottle it, and send it to our distribution centers. Which is why I don't want you to wait another moment to claim this offer. And I'm taking all the risk out of ordering polyphenol-rich olive oil today. In fact, every Gundry MD purchase you make is covered by my 90-day ironclad guarantee. If you don't feel like your mind is sharp as ever, if you don't notice your skin feels soft and smooth, if you don't feel like your joints are calm and supported, and if you're not feeling and looking slimmer than ever, you can send it back for a full refund of your purchase price. But I believe once you experience the incredible health-boosting power of Gundry MD polyphenol-rich olive oil, you won't want to be without it. So, click the button below to take the next step and claim your special one-time offer before our next batch runs out and before this offer expires. If you see the order page when you click the button below, you'll know we still have stock left. The order page will show you all the options available to you, including the most popular 3-bottle multi-pack, as well as the 6-bottle pack, which is the best value. What you choose is up to you. But time is of the essence because I can't guarantee how much stock we'll have by the time you finish this presentation. And when you order, you can be completely confident in your purchase because our order page is secured with exceptional safety technology. So you can always trust that your order is 100% safe and secure. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I hope you've learned a lot, and I hope you're ready to see just what the Fat Fighter and polyphenol-rich olive oil can do for you. Because I'm Dr. Stephen Gundry, and I'm always looking out for you.
Open the camera app on your phone and scan the QR code on the video. Click the link that appears on your phone in order to purchase this limited time TV offer. Offer valid only while supplies last.